Hello everybody and welcome back to another game of Hand of Fate. In the previous episode we took on the Jack of Skulls and won very easily.
Another round, and our game truly begins.
Yes, it does. This time, we'll be taking on the Queen of Dust. Now, there are some... now we get into the point where we start getting curses with each boss we encounter. Well, with each game we play. In this case, we've got money bags, which means the more gold we have, the slower we move. Now then, the Queen of Dust. The bandit queen was taken by slavers as a child and raised in the desert. Over the years, she has bribed and murdered her way to her current position as second in command of the Desert Thieves, proving herself capable of ruthless cunning.
A bold woman, this one. She did not collapse when the Empire did. No, she took up arms, organized her people, and vowed that in a country where death had gathered, she would be the one dealing it.
Yeah, not one to be trifled with. Anyways, I'll see you guys once I've built my deck for this game. Alright, I've got my deck built. Couldn't get all the token cards in due to the DLC cards. And I don't want to remove any of those, because you can get some pretty good stuff from them. So,
now
let's get this game started.
The first of my symbols.
Ah, yes, that's right. Every third boss, you would play for one of the dealer's special symbols, which, when acquired, give both you and enemies special upgrades.
I've added some cards to spice up the game.
As you always do.
In addition to the pain and gain decks, there are now blessings and curses. Choose your steps carefully.
Ah, helpful priest. Let's see what he's got for us.
We play for a token now.
You meet a wandering priest who greets you in a friendly manner. Are you hungry? I can part with 3 of my meager supplies for only 12 gold. Yeah, why not? We could use the food. Truly the gods smile upon our meeting here this day, the priest says as he takes your gold. But unfortunately we didn't do what we needed to do to gain our token. And here's Mr. Lionel.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense.
Yes,
Here,
you're
I'll
Mr.
make an
Lionel.
exception.
Here, take some bread. Let's see. Mr. Lionel taps the table with his staff and some plump cakes appear in front of you. Remember, boy, when someone asks whether you'd like cake or pie, tell them you want cake and pie. Not what I was hoping for.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Yes, I am. Now let's see what this last card is. Ah, at least we can get a new weapon.
Choose from these options.
What do we get? Ooh. I mean, the holy won't do me any good unless we encounter some skulls enemies, but the damage is great. Yeah, I'm definitely taking that. Now let's hitch a ride and get out of
trudging
here.
along a muddy road. Certainly.
Alright, there's our exit.
This game is still only beginning. New rules, new tools, new abilities. We have far to go as yet.
Still don't have access to the 4th option with the maiden, though I imagine I'll get that once I've beaten the Queen of Dust. I've got enough food to last me, so let's go for some gold.
A little gold to give you a taste for it.
Okay, got a very hefty amount of gold, though that will slow us down. But hey, we got a traveling healer. Let's see if we can get anything good off of them besides some healing. Do they also sell items, or...? No, but they can remove curses. Unfortunately, base standard curses that you get as part of the adventure cost a ton of gold to remove. So instead, I think I'll buy a little bit of food. You know, lighten our pockets, so to speak. Ah, the Landlocked Lover.
Again, a token is at stake.
Funnily enough, this is the only one that's locked into place. The other ones I could have removed. The door to the Landlocked Lover opens with a creak, breaking the silence like a thunderclap in a tomb. The proprietor greets you. Welcome, traveler. Before I can treat you with our hospitality, I must ask you a very important question. Have you ever seen, heard, or, God forbid, smelled a kraken? What is a kraken? The landlord stares at you in disbelief. He proceeds to rant and rave for nearly an hour about the dangers, claws, feeding patterns, and scents of the kraken. After which you learn that his name is Carlo, and in years past he sailed the seas as a captain. He now owns this inn and stays as far away from the sea as possible. After giving you some time to enjoy the warmth and some stale bread, Carlo approaches you. I've heard rumors of boats going missing from the small village port of Norwich. No survivors, no witnesses. Norwich port is run by bandits, thieves, and smugglers. There's no way to know what's really happening there. Perhaps you could have a look around and find out more. I would go, of course, but I have this place to look after. Carlo gestures to the empty, damp-ridden flea hole that he calls home. This card's token
Take
is
the
now
token.
yours.
It is yours. Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another floor awaits.
Of course it does. And then yet another.
What brings you to play the game? Ha. I know you will not tell me.
Ooh, the
Like all
Goblin
the
King
rest,
calls.
you are silent.
One night, as you lie in a forest clearing, you are disturbed by the sight of a shadowy figure watching from the darkness. Well met, the goblin explains, stepping into the light and sitting by the fire. Just the armed warrior I've been seeking. The goblin makes himself comfortable. My name is Mr. Lionel, and I have a tale of woe to share with you, and perhaps an opportunity for you to make a tidy profit from my misfortune. He goes on to tell the story of his troubles with the king of the goblins while lamenting his subsequent banishment from the goblin community. The king could have shown leniency, he concludes, given that his daughter and I were both drunk from the excellent Dulcian brandy served at his coronation. Instead, he opted to make his first official act my banishment. The fool will regret it, though, for now it is time for revenge, he says eagerly, taking out a strange amulet. For hundreds of years, the Goblin Kings have gathered treasure and hoarded it in an enchanted and ever-changing treasure vaults. Only the Goblin King himself knows where these treasure vaults are hidden, but now I have a way to find them. I just need a lock of elven hair to complete this magical device. Yeah, why not? Excellent. Just get the hair by any means possible. Don't worry, I'll find you again once your quest is complete. Well, that was an easy one to win and to succeed at. With that, he returns to the shadows and sits down behind a bush, watching you. Now then, with that completed, let's keep moving on. The White Council. Geez, we're just getting DLC after DLC.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
As dusk settles, you arrive in a small village known as Lesser Dimsgate. The locals are gathered at a shabby-looking inn. Something must be done, shouts a voice raised in anger. They took all our gold and food, one peasant wails. No, will nobody stand up to them? Well, let's help them out. They went that way, not an hour ago. You easily catch up with the band of ruffians. They seem overly confident and are in no rush. As you approach, the one who seems to be their leader notices you. Kill him, he commands, gesturing towards you. He looks like a troublemaker. Alright, 6 of dust. Bring it on.
Now we begin to raise the stakes. The arena itself will fight against you. Beware of my traps.
Yeah, you gotta start being careful, cause those traps can screw you over. But they can also screw your enemies over. I think that's actually the first time we took damage in this entire game. Huh. You gather the stolen supplies and return them to the villagers, saying, "Those bandits will trouble you no longer." "Oh, they weren't bandits," a child explains. "They worked for the White Council. It was our turn to give tribute." Ooh, that's just gonna cause problems for us, isn't it? Rockfall.
A terrifying walk to get to the Queen.
Well,
So many potential places for an assailant to get the upper hand.
While journeying near the coast, you hear a rumble overhead. Falling rocks force you to take cover. Oh boy. Damn it. But at least we didn't get the huge failure. While fleeing, you are struck by several rocks. Oh, god damn it.
Oh dear.
Just when you think it's over, a large rock bounces off your helm. Looking up, you spot bandits on the hill above you. You hear a voice somewhere above you say, "Did I hit him? You sons of bitches. I'm gonna bring you down." And there's only 5 of you. Come on, boys, you can do better than this. Shouldn't have said anything, then I wouldn't have known you were there. Please tell me I at least get something from this. Chains of Rage.
An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset.
Let's see. During combat, strikes sustained from bows and wands have a chance to restore your cooldowns. I don't think I encounter anyone with that, but still, the higher defense would be useful.
Armor protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more.
And medium armor. I'll not equip it, but I could probably sell it later if I get the chance.
The horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom.
Ah, no.
You are close on her trail, and more confident than I had imagined. Perhaps you will play beyond this mark, and we will see your true mettle. Again, the stones tumble upon you.
Anyways, as I was about to say, there was no exit revealed, which means we're on the boss floor. You dodge the rocks by ducking into a small cave. A few minutes later, you emerge and climb around the new rockfall. You hear a voice somewhere above you say, "Did I hit him?" God, these guys are idiots. And once more, they come to the slaughter. Oh, come on, I hit the counterattack. Is it just me, or is there always at least one guy who falls over in that leg up position? Fortitude's Breath.
A shield for the marathon, not the sprint.
Every threat encounters does not consume food. Press B button to shield bash a target, stunning it. Better than my rusty shield. And Frost Fang. Each hit slows the target. With cold, press left bumper to shoot a cone of ice. See. Ice. Equipment with this trait is imbued with glacial power. Lizardmen are especially susceptible to ice damage. Well, I'm not fighting lizardmen, and my desperate measures does more damage, so I'll stick with that.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
Oh, wait. Nope, I equipped it. Ah, local peasant.
Hungry mouths. War leaves nothing else.
While crossing a forest clearing, you meet a peasant woman. Greetings, stranger. The winter has been hard on my family this year. In the forest behind her, you sense movement. In exchange for some food, I will tell you everything I know about these lands. Let's give her 5 food. We're on the final floor, we don't need as much as we have. The woman takes your food eagerly, passing it to some children who suddenly rush from the forest, hands outstretched. You have given us enough food to survive the winter, stranger. She retrieves a sack from behind a bush. This was my husband's before he died. Please, accept it as thanks. Mace.
Perfect for bludgeoning the undead.
Yeah, but not as good as my desperate measures. While the children eat, the woman speaks at length of what she has seen and heard recently. Perfect. I know where everything is now. Oh yeah, I already said that.
Well done.
Alright, may as well try and get some more tokens and then visit the shop to spend all of this gold.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
You are minding your own business in a local tavern when suddenly 3 masked men burst through the doors, grab a young man from the bar, and manhandle him outside. One patron bursts out in protest but is quickly silenced by the solemn stares of all those around him. Leave him be, Garrett. If it is his time, then it must be done. Follow the masked attackers outside? Well, considering that's probably my only way to get the token, yes. You follow the masked men outside. Immediately you are confronted by a large crowd, all wearing masks. Their leader speaks to you. Whoa there, stranger. I really would prefer that no outsider witness what we're about here. I know this may look like a godforsaken thing we do, but you have no idea of our troubles. So I'll ask you not to involve yourself. I will not ask twice. We have no time for objections. The crowd turns and drags away the young man, their torches burning a mournful light in the distance. Once the light has faded from sight, you follow their path into the forest. You catch up with them, and, to your surprise, they are gathered around a yawning portal that whirls with malicious portent. Despite their disguise, it is obvious that none of the hooded figures relish the sight before them, and many are obviously distraught. The captive is carried to the portal atop the shoulders of 6 people, as though they were his coffin bearers and he already dead. The young man's struggles are subdued by bonds of rope. Will you interrupt the ceremony? Hell yeah, I'm going to interrupt it. You burst forth from your hiding place and plead with the assembled crowd not to go through with whatever bizarre ritual they are engaged in, but you gain no support. Their leader eventually speaks above the crowd. If this man is so adamant that one of our own should not be sent to the underworld, then perhaps he should go himself. You are immediately seized by the crowd and pushed towards the portal. Try as you might, they are too strong for you, and you cannot escape. You stumble and fall into the portal. You fall to the ground with only a gentle jolt. You find yourself in a forest that bears a most striking resemblance to where you just were, but with 2 very significant differences. The crowd of masked onlookers are gone, and the sky burns with bright red flames. Out of the sulfur and flames emerge foul hell beasts. 4 of hell. Special cards which are pretty much reserved just for this set of cards. God damn, I'm moving slow. These guys pretty much resemble the Ratmen, which we will encounter later. After you destroy the last hellbeast, the portal stirs back to life. You are lifted off your feet and sucked into the vortex, before being deposited back in the leafy forest you were ejected from earlier. And a new token for us.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
Set sail for the Lost Island. You estimate that it will take about 3 weeks to get there. The first week of sailing is going well, until your route is set to collide with that of a raging sea storm. What do? Sail into the storm. Well, I have no idea. But I succeeded anyways. You tackle the storm head-on and pass through it relatively quickly. You're making good progress. During the second week, you come across survivors, floating on the remains of their wrecked ship. What do? Take them on board. You spend a whole day helping sailors out of the water. They join your crew for the trip. Your progress is slowed. The third week of your trip brings mutiny amongst the crew. Some believe the island doesn't exist. Others, then, too many resources have been wasted needlessly. Offer them 25 gold. You increase the crew's wages to settle them down. They seem much happier. You make good progress. Unfortunately, the second decision did not go so well for us. Oh well. But we've encountered a shop. Let's see what they've got. Maybe we'll finally get an artifact. Let's see, healing cap, no. Helm of reflection. Upon reflecting a projectile, this helm creates a small force explosion. Not too useful to us right now. And angel's wings. Oh, great. Let's see, sell the mace. Sell Frostfang. Yes, I know this is increasing my gold, but I'm probably just going to spend it all. Let's see. Let's get the Helm of Reflection.
A coarse defense, but a valuable one nonetheless.
And replace our
I'm sure
replace
your
our explorer's helmet with
luck.
it, because
let's see how that pans
bonus
out.
that we get isn't
What will you
going
do
to be
with that?
useful for us. I want to spend as much as I can. Buy, but
Increasing
don't
the
equip.
effect of one sort of magic with another. All you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough.
I want to get my gold down as low as I can, because 1, I'm not going to be able to take it with me, and 2, I really don't want to be slowed during my battle with the Queen. Alright, on to the boss.
Noble causes turn to rotten enterprise. You may win this battle and send the Queen to her rightful end. Yet, what have you gained in the process?
Yeah, basically, her whole ability is that she has a crossbow, which counts as an enemy that you have to destroy. But she's only got 2 bodyguards with her, which shouldn't be too difficult. Plus, I think I can reflect the crossbow bolts. I thought it created an explosion where it was reflected to, not where I stood. Oh, well, better take this thing out while I can. And like any boss, she can perform swings that will make her, or that are unblockable. And like the previous 2 bosses, she was not too difficult.
Inevitable, I suppose. So often those who beat plowshare to sword die by the grim instruments of their industry. Still, she fought well and bravely, which is all I expect from my pawns and players.
And so with the Goblet, we gain stronger counterattacks, our stuns now leave enemies days longer, we have better starting gear, but the bandits and skeleton strength is increased, and bandits now have throwing knives. So just as we get stronger, so too shall our enemies.
You have earned the first of the symbols of my power and passed the first gate. There is no turning back now.
I don't intend to
Previously I
turn
was
back.
merciful, but now I cannot be. It is begun. I crafted each of these cards over the course of years. You have taken them from me in mere moments.
Got Smuggler's Roar. Maiden. The second of the White Council encounters that we can't move. Who's this one? Local Peasant. Map. And the Great Helm of Reinforcement. Alicia in the Underworld. And our next enemy is going to be the Jack of Plague. Sleep in the Forest, Field of Poppies, and Battle at Brooktop. And we've gained Fleet Cuffs, Armor of Cold, and Huge Hammer. Nice.
Come, play again.
And we will. Next time on Hand of Fate, we'll take on the Jack of Plague. If you like what you see, please leave a like and perhaps subscribe for future content. See you guys in the next episode.